Hello there, welcome back to the Roman Empire. Last time we basically made our end here with Iberia. We only have Castile left. Funnily enough, Leon has been annexed, which means that I do have one spot open, which I will be using on Finland because again, kind of getting Scandinavia here is it's a priority, and it will also be a priority to actually just kick Muscovy's ass right now, try and take over the area. We also have Finland as the perfect candidate for that because again they are Orthodox. Novgorod could potentially be a better one, but I think I'll just go with Finland. They're more accessible, they're easier to get my hand on, so that should be a lot easier than any other options at this stage. And I'm actually just going to call in the Knights as a co-regent because I'm not completely certain what I want to do with them. But taking Istria here should be fairly easy. I'll be taking also Treviso. Um, don't think I'll go for the annexation, but I'll probably take Crete too. Again, we're being very tyranty here, because that's how we do it in the Shire. But yeah, Bosnia and also the Knights here is not really a threat at all. Let's just be honest, they are cannon fodder, so to speak. So it will be a very, very simple, very, very easy war. We'll also be fighting England pretty soon, so I need to be ready for that. Diplomatic power is an all-time low, so I need my, I might need some more of that, but it should be fine. And for the time being, we're again trying to increase patriarch authority to get a little bit of extra missionary strength, unrest, and etc. So that is perfectly fair. But I'll just sit back here and wait, and hopefully this will be a very easy, very simple war here. Oh, there we go. The world just decided, screw you. So the Parliament here actually started the triggered everything here by joining the coalition. Then Austria joined in, and currently the coalition is not that big. We have Champagne, we have some smaller nations. So when I actually fight Austria for good old Styria, it's going to be a very interesting endeavor. Indeed, but I don't really have any. I don't have too many concerns in that regard. But this again will definitely trigger coalition, so I should probably just focus on potentially actually vassalizing Pomerania and use them as the vassal to eat this entire area. That could work. Have Serbia eat the Ottomans, have Pomerania eat Poland. Bohemia's madness here. We have a big Wallachia, which is a little bit surprising. Never actually seen that happen, or big and big. A bigger Wallachia than usual is probably the right wording. Wording. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully. Sorry about that. I know, sounds like I'm dying. But I don't think I am. So we'll hopefully not have another one of those. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and siege and end the war with Venice quickly. I am tempted to actually just go ahead now and declare war on Austria too. It's actually really tempting to do so, but I need a casus belli. And I think I'll just fabricate a claim on Gers, and then we can move from there. I think that's the right one. Yeah, Gers. And again, I want to release Styria. I do not have a Styrian core since I actually, well, took this as part of my custom nation, which is a negative point here, but it's just how things are. Do I want to take another quantity idea, or do I want to wait and upgrade my military? All things considered, I probably want to upgrade my military right now. And the reason for that is we are going to be in a very interesting war here pretty soon against, for starters, Austria and the coalition. So I think having, again, I do probably have larger numbers than all of them, but I kind of need a little bit of extra military supremacy to go with that, to be perfectly honest. And in this case, we'll grant them. Because again, I need diplomatic power, but I need admin power to be able to call land right now. More so than ships, for instance. So, it's unfortunately just how things are. And we'll just destroy the Bosnian army here. I'm also tempted to just go for a quick fall siege, if you will. There we go. And that should be enough to bring Bosnia out of this war very, very simply. Again, I'm a little bit unsure if I want to take Crete during this war, but as things are currently looking, it seems to be the best option. And I actually split off two 12,000 man armies to siege both the Knights and also Crete itself. So I'll probably take both of the islands, to be perfectly honest. It will make it a lot easier in future campaigns. I'm just a little bit unsure if I want to fight England before I fight the coalition. But I think just declaring war on the coalition right now is probably for the best, all things considered. And the reason why I think so is because the coalition then can't grow. It will be destroyed, and that is basically the main reason. Apparently, Switzerland is insulting me. Everyone is everyone is pissy, so to speak, which I find hilarious. But it's just how things are. And again, I know I'm wasting kind of manpower and also some other potentials here, but that's fine. I just need to wait. Send fleet back to rest. And again here, I think we're also just going to go ahead and take down Aquileia. I do have a claim to the province, so it's not like it's a problem per se. So I might as well just declare war, and then I can take them down as soon as I'm done with that. Okay, so my fleet here actually is needed to get rid of the people blocking. But yeah, in terms of Venice, the war is basically done. I just need to siege Bosnia, get them out of the war, then I can declare on Austria. Do I want to upgrade tech right now? Don't think so. We kind of want to wait just because I find that I will have to core a lot of land. How are we doing in terms of the coring of this one? It's cored, so that's wonderful. That means that I have nothing to worry about. And I'll just have to wait right now, and then we'll go for a war against Austria and England. So this should get quite interesting. It'll be funny to see how it goes. I'll be right back. We will do an upgrade military attack to level 11. Matchlock musket. With that, we get combat width increased by 2, cavalry fire by 0.5, infantry shock by 0.20. We can now build barracks and a weapons manufactory. Both really good upgrades per se. And well, not really a really good upgrade, but the extra combat with etc. will be really helpful, especially in our war against the oncoming horde, that is the Austrians in this in this scenario. But again, Crete is basically about to fall. I think Crete just fell. Wonderful. I just need to take down knights, and I've decided I'll just get rid of both Crete and also the knights during this small war, because it's just easier that way, to be perfectly honest. And there we go. Everything is done. It is done, my lord. But yeah, I might go a little bit overextended here, which is an issue. But if I'm just to fight Austria now, there's no real reason for me to actually end the war against against Venice here if I get overextended. And I'll get a 100%, which is not... It's not too good, but it's not completely horrible either. It's something I should be able to... it's something I should be able to control very, very easily. I don't like the alliance with Bosnia, please break that, and with that we'll just go ahead, make peace. There we go. Now again, we are dangerously overextended, and apparently at Treviso can't be caught because we're at war with Aquileia. So I'll have to wait for these three to be caught before I can end the war with Aquileia, which is fair enough. And in terms of revolts, we do have some unrest in the lands I just took, but again here, this is easily sorted. It's just either... well, reduced war exhaustion per se could work, but I just have to wait a little while here. Again, you can see 9 years, 52 years, 33 years. I don't have a... I'm not in a hurry to solve the current debacle, if you will. And Granada has, again, their issues with the peasants, so they're going to have fun with that for a while. But I guess we're going to just go ahead and declare war on Austria. And I could go just show superiority here, because that would give me a tick and Moscow from winning battles. That could work. Bosnia will join in again. Should be easy to break, to be perfectly honest. But with that said, do I want to just get rid of Granada? Yeah, I think we're just going to get rid of Granada here. They have basically run out their use. They're of no use to me anymore. Now, in terms of Finland, I probably should send someone to improve relations with them, more so than anything. So I'll improve relations with Granada and also Finland. I'll probably go one over my diplomatic here for a while. I might just cancel the protectorate with Finland while I annex Granada. That could work, shouldn't be an issue. And Castile itself, or the capital, it's a 7 base tax province, so I can just call that on my own. It's not a big concern. So with that said, let's just go ahead here. It's time to wage war on the coalition. Again, it's not really a very strong one. It basically just this area here. Should be very easy to handle. All things considered, just take Ghost and march all over their armies, allow vassals to siege, etc. So it's a really straightforward recipe for victory, if you will. Now, in terms of the fleet, I'll of course send that to drop off troops back in Italy, but I'll also send it up here so that I can actually block off the English and do whatever I want to do with them, which would make it really, really interesting. But again, it's time for a war against Austria. We are finally going after them. And again, in Bosnia will probably join in again. We'll have a little bit of a problematic scenario, but nothing that we can't really handle. Bosnia, again, I can just piece them out really quickly, just take a couple of provinces, then they're out. So again, this is not something that I am concerned about. And a lot more people just joined a coalition against me, but that doesn't really matter because we're already in a coalition war, which means that it will be a very small coalition that will then be joining up to try and defeat me, the evil emperor. But again, it's something that should be really easily solvable. England's truce is coming to an end, 1531. How are they doing in terms of ideas? They have actually exploration ideas, so I definitely need to get rid of their, well, island possessions, if you will. But, yeah, we're looking good. This war should, again, just be a walk in the park. I'm a little bit unsure how I want to handle their armies, but again, there's a lot of armies just bouncing around here, and I might be in trouble now. Yeah, we might be in a little bit of trouble here. We'll retreat to the Treviso, basically set up camp there, and it should make it a lot easier to actually protect myself, hopefully. But yeah, in terms of troop numbers, they have basically, they're far less than I do, but I will not be putting all of my regiment into the, or regiments, into the war, because there's no need for that. It's not a good thing. If I even want to do that, it would not be a smart move, let's just be honest. Now let's move those guys back over, because again, I can take a stability hit here, and I can boost it again too. Again, mostly just due to the fact that I have really cheap stability, so I have no concerns on that regard. Now Austria is actually running around it with a, well, as a chicken with its heads cut off, is kind of what I wanted to say, but that's perfectly fine. Now, stances on my vassals here will actually be, they'll be set to supportive. They will stick close to allies and not do too many stupid things on their own, basically, which is how I like to do it. And hopefully this should make it a lot easier. I'll annex Aquileia as soon as these 3 calls are done. I have overextension, I don't need too much of it. Now, the fact that I actually said that these guys should be supported did not really work, because again, they changed off the munch shift, I guess, but that's fine. But the coalition mechanic has really come into play right now. The coalition is just growing, but again, it's not in a position where they can actually do anything to pose a threat to me. They're easily, well, controllable is probably what the word I'm looking for. I can easily control the coalition, and I can easily beat it too. All I really need to do is just hang back a little bit, get a ticking war score, then I'll just take Gers after 10 years of war, and then we'll be happy. Then I'll just have to keep on beating the ones that are, well, annoying, and then we can all be happy together. But yeah, I'm just destroying a couple of armies here because it's easier that way. Now, you gotta explain this to me, but that's fine. We'll send these guys back to England. They're actually running through my lands. If you're running down to Castile, I'm going to... If you're taking the long route around, then I'm going to get really, really pissy. Honestly, I'm just going to get so mad if they're taking the long route around and just being obnoxious. Let's see here. I'm just going to start picking off some smaller armies here, get a little bit of taking war score, or not taking really. Just beat a little bit of their armies up. Apparently there's a lot of other things going around. There's a Nuremberg Bohemian heresy, that's an interesting one. Especially considering that Bohemia, the snake, is awakening. Okay, this is going to get interesting. There's a huge army here that is getting attrition. But it seems like Austria has other concerns as well. They are attacking Bohemia, as you can see here. So that means that I can easily play around with them. Truce with England has ended, same with Holland. So let's just go ahead here and declare war. Sweden will be joining in, which is good. That means that I can take a province in the area. And I think I'll just go with the island of Åland. It's really low base tax, which makes it easy to take. And to be perfectly honest, that should be enough to get Finland into my good graces. So I'm happy with that. And of course, I can then fabricate claims on Sweden as I wish. But we need to declare war on England before they end their wars and join the coalition against me. So let's just declare, and I'll take that 3-point stability. Thank you very much. Now, England has a fair amount of troops here, but this is also the Swedish troops, so I'm not too concerned. I'll split this into 6,000 men. Well, let's just destroy that army first. Yes, let's just destroy the English army completely first, and then we can consider what we want to do. I'll just sit back here and allow Austria to fight their own little war, and then I can deal with things afterwards. And apparently, since the vassals got really passive, more so than anything else, I think I'll just put the focus back to decide your own strategies. Just let the AI do its half funny, stupid shit. That works. Würzburg entered a military coalition against you. They hate your country and want to destroy you. Well, we destroy that English army, and if we destroy this one too, then England is basically defenseless, and they are. Troop numbers here is basically, I think, mostly just the Swedes. So I'm going to split this into far minor armies than I'm actually comfortable with, at least during the current setup, where I do not pay too much attention to England per se while fighting Austria. And the goal is basically very, very simple. We're going to make sure that we beat them through force and force alone. Now again, it's really easy to win this war against Austria, to be perfectly honest. They don't really put any troops up against me. I just have to hang back and, well, murder whatever comes across my borders, which makes it a lot easier than you might think. It's really, really simple to win this war. I just need to hang back. I need to keep an eye on when Austria marches their 40,000 men armies into my lands. And even if they siege Graubünden, Brescia, Trent, etc., it's not a problem. It's not a concern. And again, the reason why it's not is really, really simple. They will take attrition. I can easily re-siege it once they move their armies, and if you factor in all of those things, it's really easy to counter them. So I'm really happy with how this is going. And with Gerstnau siege, we'll start getting a tick in Warsaw. I can try and get Utrecht, Bosnia, etc. out of this, and I might even try and do some more sieging here. Take Lienz, for instance, take Crane, and again, just get the Austrian war exhaustion to start to soar, more so than anything else. And I'm perfectly capable of doing that. So we'll play on the defensive against this coalition, but we'll still be able to win it, I think, fairly easily. Northumbrian revolutionaries, that is not a good sight. Did not want those guys to pop up, but hopefully Northumberland can deal with them on their own. I'll also take the liberty of using my fleet here to block the strait. Again, just to make sure that the English army in Ireland is kept in check, and thus I can siege southern England without any concerns. And again, getting Scotland back to work will be... Are you kidding me? Where that centre was? In Picardy? Well, so far haven't actually had too much. I don't get how this ended up becoming Protestant, though. Dalmatia. It's an interesting one, but still, it's an annoying mechanic sometimes. Anyways, I'll allow the war to rage on, and we'll continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.